Hola, welcome to lesson number 3. In this lesson, we're going to look at subject pronouns and the verb ser, to be. Okay, so let's begin with the pronouns. How do you say I? Yo. Yo. And as you remember from the lesson on the alphabet, the Y is a Y sound, so it's yo. How do we say you? Tú. Tú. With a tilde on top. Okay, this is important when you're reading it because if you see tú without a tilde, without the little mark on the top, that means your. Okay, so if you're saying you, it would be tú with the tilde. Next, we have he, él, él. And the same thing here. Pay attention that you see a tilde on top, that little line on top. What this means is telling you that there's a difference between él with a tilde and él without. If you see él without a tilde, that means the in the masculine form. And we're going to see that a bit later on. But just take that mental note. Él, he, must have a tilde on top. Awesome. Let's go to she. Ella. Ella. Double L is a ya sound. So it's ella. You, formal, and this, again, you say to someone who is older or someone like, let's say, the president of your company or of the country, you would refer them as usted. You would not say tú. You would say usted to show respect. We, nosotros. We is nosotros. If you have a group of people and is men and women together, then you would say nosotros. Or if it's all men, if you have a group and it's all you and you're all men, you would say nosotros. But if you have a group of women only, you must say nosotras, okay? So if it's mixed or all male, it's nosotros. If it's only women, it's nosotras. You, plural. So when you're talking to a group of people and you're saying you all, in Latin America, we say ustedes. There's a difference between the Latin American Spanish when you're referring to you all and Spain. In Spain, you say vosotros. And this is why I put a Spanish flag right next to vosotros, so you can take mental note if you're learning Spanish that you will be using in Spain. So again, in Latin America, ustedes. In Spain, vosotros. They, ellos. Ellos. And this also applies similarly to nosotros, is if you have a combination of men and women, you say ellos, they, or if it's all men, ellos. But if you have only women, you will say ellas. Okay, so depending on the gender. If you have a mixed gender or all males, you would say ellos. But if you have just women, you must say ellas. Fantastic. So now let's take a look at the verb to be. In Spanish, we use two words to express to be. We have ser and we have estar. And let's take a look at the differences on when you use either ser or estar. So in this lesson, we're only going to cover one, and that is ser. So ser is used to describe more permanent or defining characteristics, things that generally don't change easily. It tells us what something is by nature, and we use it in specific situations like identity or profession. Okay, so when you identify as something that cannot be changed or your profession, you use the verb ser. You also use it for origin or nationality. Okay, so depending where you're from, your country, you use ser. You also use it for characteristics or descriptions, okay? So you're describing things and you need to use ser. We're going to take a look at examples a little bit further on. You use ser also for time and date. So whenever you're telling the time or you saying which day it is, you use it for possessions when you say this is mine, is that yours, okay? And you also use it for events. So when something is happening, you use the verb ser. So let's take a look at our first example here, and we're going to look into identity and profession. So when you say, and let's take this sentence as an example, yo soy un hombre. Yo soy un hombre. So we're conjugating ser to I am a man. All right? So yo soy. That's how you conjugate I am when you're using the verb ser. Now, when we're talking about professions, because I say we're doing identity and profession, tú eres un fotógrafo. So this is a profession. So whenever you are talking about professions, we're going to use ser. Tú eres un fotógrafo, which translates to you are a photographer. Okay? So here we have two examples. Yo soy un hombre, identity, I am a man. And tú eres un fotógrafo. You are a photographer. Or you can change that profession to anything, but tú eres is the key on that sentence. Now let's take a look at origin and nationality. All right? So this sentence, ella es de México. Ella es de México. The conjugation of ser for she becomes es. She is from Mexico. Ella es de México. So the origin is where you come from. De México. Let's take a look at nationality. Él es español. Él es español. He is Spanish. This is a nationality, right? When you say he is French, he is Spanish, he is anything, you would say él es. Okay? So él and ella both conjugate to es. Ella es de México, origin. Él es español, nationality. All right? Good. Now, let's move on. Now, we're going to take a look at characteristics and descriptions. So, the sentence, usted es amable. Usted es amable. You are kind. And we're using the formal usted. Okay? It's not tú eres amable. That would be for someone that you know, an informal. This is for the formal part of communication in Spanish. So you say, usted es amable. You are kind. So that's a characteristic of someone who's kind. Nosotros somos jóvenes. Nosotros somos jóvenes. We are young. Okay? So now we have nosotros as we, somos. The conjugation of ser for we is somos. And young is kind. Nosotros somos jóvenes. I'm sorry, I said kind. Jóvenes is young. So as you can see, when you're conjugating usted, él, ella, it becomes es. Ser becomes es. For nosotros, because it's plural, becomes somos. Okay? Nosotros somos jóvenes. We are young. All right, now let's take a look at the last examples here. We're going to look at relationships and possessions. So the sentence, ustedes son mis amigos. Ustedes son mis amigos. You, plural, are my friends. And as you remember, when I said that ustedes is used mainly in Latin America, so now you know that there's a difference in Spain. And in Spain, this same sentence, you would say, vosotros sois mis amigos. Vosotros sois mis amigos. Okay? Those are the two changes between Latin American Spanish when you say ustedes son mis amigos, and in Spain, which you would hear vosotros sois mis amigos. Okay? You are my friends. Now, let's take a look at ellos son los padres del niño. Ellos son los padres del niño. They are the child's parents. Okay? And you're saying they because it's a mix between a mother and a father, right? Mom and dad. So it becomes ellos. Okay? Ellos son los padres del niño. So as you see, when you're talking about plural as you are or they are, the conjugation for ser becomes son. Ustedes son or ellos son. And unless, of course, if you're using vosotros in Spain, it changes to vosotros sois. All right, so this is all for this lesson, and I will see you on lesson number 4.